does not know of the strength hidden within him. The strength that would destroy him. The strength that would fulfill his wishes. When he is ready, he shall seek me out, and we shall brave together the rocky path. I shall wait. This encounter has been my destiny since ancient times. A dragon shall emerge from the earth, and dark clouds shall obscure the heavens. A phoenix shall descend from above. Its wings will create
And leave the Shredder buried.
in the midst of the pitch-black night. A morning star shall glisten, alone.
You, Sasuke.
Yeah, Yoda! I love you!
Where is the mirror? I have no intention of telling you. Then, your son. Under the cherry tree.
November 19th, 2099, baby dolls! Yoda, I love you. No. Oh. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. God, I sound awesome. Oh, my eye itches. All right. Let's go crazy. All right, hold on. I need to go... Okay. Okay, hold on. We need to go... This way. Oh no, turn around!
Stay back, bro.
Found it by accident. Where them Yantin apartments at? That's where I squared up.
Genman.
Do you want something, my boy?
Yes, I'd like to ask you something.
Do you want to spar with me? I will answer any of your questions afterwards. How about it?
Fine.
Let's do it.
Oh, hi, Leia.
I am so glad. Now let's begin.
I'm gonna use your own shit against you, old man.
Nice kick. How's this? Your weight is well shifted. Very quick. It's very sharp. That was close.
I wonder how he'd fare against Londi.
Watch out. Not perfect yet. You need more kung fu. Nice kick. Nice move. A surprise.
Genman, do you know what this piece of paper is?
What is this?
I found it between the pages of the Uling Shu. Do you have any idea what it could mean?
Let's see. It looks very old. Maybe you can ask at an antique shop.
Antique shops.
There are a few of them in the Wise Men's Quarter.
All right. Thank you very much.
Can I ask her first? Hold on. Yoda, I love you. Yoda, look at that butt. Yoda, you thicker than a Snicker.
It's locked.
Ooh. All right. The VIP was right. You can't talk to her first. Got to go to the antique shops. It appears that Londi will try to make use of both mirrors. But what will he try? What's down here? Oh. Good boy, Yoda. Drink that water like a big old handsome man. I love you. Yoda, I love you. Good boy. I love when you drink your water. That's why I put some in the bathroom that you like to lay in.
Okawaga School of Martial Arts.
Wait. Thought I just heard some huh.
Welcome. Go on, continue. By the way, I heard you saved Guishan from the land sharks.
It's not like I saved her.
You were surrounded by many.
Yes.
When you face many opponents, throwing moves are useful.
Throwing moves?
To thank you for saving my friend, let me show you a move. In case of close contact like this, the opponent becomes the shield. And by throwing him, you can stop the movement of others.
I see.
Take hold of the opponent and unbalance him in the direction of the throw. Rinjan!
Yes.
Good, now. Good, now. You're making an unnecessary move. Good, now. Good, now. Good, now. You're making an unnecessary move. Good, now. Good, now. Now, continue.
Yes.
Good, now. Good, now.
What?
Good, now. Now, continue.
Yes.
Good, now. Enough throwing in that direction. Try practicing a different direction.
Yes.
Good, now. This is your last practice. Throw him over to me.
Yes.
Good, now. Looks like you learned the move.
I think so.
Martial arts are used to help people. I hope I was helpful.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God, Yoda. That was so beautiful.
Martial arts are meant to help people. I hope I was helpful.
I love you, lady. I love you more than you know, you ladybug of beauty and beautiful.
Excuse me.
Do you need something?
I want to go to an antique shop. Which way is it?
The white. Go left.
Alright. Thank you very much.
Could have just asked him about the signs. Right, Yodowitz of love and beauty? Oh, hi! Hi! I know, you're so handsome. We'll come up here. We'll come hang out. Well, come here. You gotta move over here. Come here. Come here. Come closer. Baby, you know you're not gonna make the jump. You've got little legs. There you go. There you go, my little saucy man. My little saucy man. So saucy. So saucy. Oh, look at this butt. Thank you for the kisses, little man. Oh, I know. I love you. I love you so much. You're my child. I watched you being born. It was gross, but I did it. You know what your name was when you were first born? Your name was Stormy, because you were born during a storm. I need to brush you again. I literally brushed you a couple days ago. I did. You shed like crazy for a little man. Could I pinch? No, this is my food, Bubby Lover. So, Yoda, we had a very stressful day today. And, honestly, playing Shenmue and hanging out with my kid and my other kid and your two little feathery brothers upstairs. And I hope your grandma and grandpa feel better because they both got COVID. And then Mom couldn't wake up today. It was very scary. It was a scary day. It appears that Lan Li will try to make use of both mirrors, Yoda. I haven't eaten anything since 10 o'clock this morning. Probably not the best idea for my blood sugar. There has to be at least one antique shop around here. So cute. Pinch! He loves yous.
Excuse me.
What?
Damn.
I'm looking for an antique shop. Which way is it to the Wise Man's Quarter?
I can show you the way. Come with me.
Okay.
Pinch on your nose, man lover. Touch a man lover. Those feet. You've got like bunny rabbit feet, Yoda. Very easy on the eyes. A little redhead. Like a polished mirror. Hey, buddy. How are you doing? Oh, today was a bit stressful, so I just want to relax, play some Shenmue. How was your day? Well, you were right. I tried to go to the Yantin apartments first. That did not work. The beauty of having a speedrunner in here, I guess. Told me what I needed to know, and I still didn't listen. Sega! Oh! Sega! Psycho Fox. Well, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you. Funny. A Sega employee rating me while I'm playing the best Sega game ever. Yeah. Yoda. We got raided, puppy. Man, how are you doing? I haven't seen you since God was a boy. Damn right. I was just hoping you'd say it. So, fun fact, this is the first time I'm playing this version. Because unlike all the Europeans and the Japanese people in the world, when Shenmue came to the colonies, we only got Shenmue 1. So our game save never transferred. Even though Shenmue 2 came out on the Xbox, later, obviously, when Corey did the voice for it, I never played it because I always felt jaded in the fact that we never got to continue our save. Isn't that like, weren't you? No, you weren't at Sega at that point, but yeah, that always vexed me. Yeah, my best friend is the guy that you've heard in pretty much every version of this game. My best friend is Corey Marshall. Yeah, Dreamcast in the US, we have a time capsule save.
Look, we're here.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Yeah, I remember we've talked about that. Yeah, man, they've... yeah, I just... Uh-oh. So yeah, what do you think of the new stream setup? I call this a couch stream. This is how I started my streams back in 2018, and it's how I'm doing them again. So yeah, Corey was telling me, we were talking about this game in particular, and he said that when he was voicing this for Yu Suzuki, they didn't tell him what system this was going to be on.
Do you know what this paper is all about?
He had no idea it was going to be on Xbox until a year later at E3.
I understand. I'll be on my way.
Yeah, that's what happens when you you know, I don't know if I told you this, like, that gaming room happened. It started to take off in 2019, and then it got crazy in 2021 because my buddy in 2014 asked me if I wanted to spend $20 on a piece of cryptocurrency called Dogecoin. And I don't know if I told you the story. Ibs knows it. By the way, how are we not talking about the fact that Ib is looking like Siba from fucking Virtua Fighter right now in all those pictures? Yeah, my buddy messaged me in 2014. I was in Jersey at the time, and he was like, "Hey, do you have 20 bucks to spare?" And honestly, at that point, I really didn't, but I did anyway. I spent it, and I bought 100,000 Dogecoins. Totally forgot about them until 2021 when that same buddy was like, "Hey, do you still have those Dogecoins?" And I'm like, "I don't know, somewhere maybe." He's like, "You are aware they're worth like 70 cents a coin right now." So I ended up making, after everything and all the fees, like $37,000. Yeah. So with that $37,000, I paid off some of my house, and went full bore on Japanese arcades, helped my friends with some of their debts, bought 4 Japanese arcades, bought myself a JVC XI, a bunch of games, a bunch of cartridges, and then put the rest away. Yeah, that was nuts. I still remember that. Like, and here's the crazy thing, Fox. When that happened, when I saw the... So, like, it went through, like, it went through Crypto.com. So when they sent me my first payment, I felt like a drug dealer because I had $12,000 in my account, and they send it instant. And I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, the IRS is going to investigate this shit. And then they sent another 8,000. I'm like, ooh, IRS is going to be, like, concerned. Like, I'm expecting my bank to, like, call me and be like, what did you do? And then, obviously, I claimed it on my taxes. But, yeah, the first thing I bought was... And that's how you know, like, the universe is weird with its lineups.
Hey, Freedom Fighter.
Oh, yeah, you get to hear this. Hold on.
This is Optimus Prime. Thank you for following Project Katana. Roll out. So before I tell you the rest of the story, Cyber, who's one of my oldest mods, a really good friend, I was meeting Peter Cullen at MegaCon for like a meet and greet. It was my Hanukkah gift / birthday gift, and for the $300 you get an autograph done by him, a picture taken with him, 5 minutes with him, and he'll do a voice line. And Zyber was like, hey, you should get him to do a greeting for anybody that follows. And I had to, like, go through different levels of management while I was there and had to use my streaming Quicksilver tongue. But yeah, that is actually Optimus Prime thanking you for following me. That is him. He did that in front of me. So... Yeah, like, when he was recording it, like, I handed him my phone, my hand's, like, shaking, and he goes, so you want me to say this, huh? And I'm like, yes, sir. And then that dude transformed, no pun intended, into Optimus Prime. He goes, all right, give me a second. He's like, I'm just going to add, and then he goes, I'm just going to add some stuff. In Optimus Prime voice, I'm just going to add some stuff if you don't mind. I'm like, you can do whatever you want, sir. And then he goes, hey, Freedom Fighter. This is Optimus Prime. Thank you for following Project Katana. Roll out. And that man did that in one take and then handed it back to me. And all I remember after was when we were taking the picture, I whispered into his ear, I love you. And then he just smiled at me. Yeah, like one take. And again, you worked at Sega, so you know, like, working with professionals, like, that man went, bloop. So, I love that you... I remember you had asked Corey to do some stuff, and that's how me and you met through Ibs. So, the universe is so funny. Since 1996, my dream was to own a Virtua Fighter 3 machine. I've wanted one forever. The week I got my first payment of Dogecoin money, a guy put a Virtua Fighter 3 Deluxe cab onto eBay. And it was when you could still communicate with them. So he messages me because I really want it, even though it weighs like 8,000 pounds. He explains to me that he had to shut down his arcade because of COVID. He ran an SNK Candy Cab arcade in Chicago. And he was like an SNK world champion. And he's like, yeah, during my arcades, it's crazy. He goes, during my arcade buying. Hey, Freedom Fighter. This is
thank
Optimus
you.
Prime. Thank you for following Project Katana. Roll out.
So during his acquisition of a few Versus cabs, you know the Capcom Versus cabs, the back-to-backs, he had bought that Virtua Fighter. And he goes, nobody ever played it. And it was an original vanilla Step 1 Model 3, so it was never firmware updated. He goes, to be honest with you, I just don't have room for it anymore in my storage unit. So I go, well, how much do you want for it? He goes, I'll sell it to you for $2,000 shipped. And at that point, I'm thinking, there's no way.
Random fact. Well, I'm gonna kind of cheat here since we have new people in here. I'll cheat. Sega is actually an acronym for service games because when Sega was founded in the 60s, they started out by fixing pachinko machines. Yeah, I figured you know that one, but it's kind of like an inside cheat. Yeah, so that arcade, when they brought it into my house, they had to take my door off. So what's crazy about that vanilla step 1 is, since, I'll say you guys because you worked there, Sega never had a chance to firmware update it. So it has the Akira Yuki death move on it that takes like 90% of your health away. It's got a bunch of like crazy glitch moves in it. A third lightning crackle when you do Jackie's lightning strike. It actually crackles 3 times as opposed to twice. Yeah, so I bought that. Yeah, it's just I love how the universe works out. Like you give a kid, a 44-year-old inner child, adult money, and he buys arcade machines. So yeah, I ended up buying that. I ended up buying an SNK Candy Cab. Ended up buying a new Astro City Sega Cab, which is amazing because that's a piece of Sega history. And then when I opened up, because I was curious what the Model 3 looked like. I wanted to see what it looked like, so I opened up the back of the Virtua Fighter, and when I opened it, the thing had the original instruction manual from Sega in it, and Eric signed that for me, since that was his first Sega game he ever did. Since his first Jackie Bryant was in 1996. So yeah, it's crazy. So what game were you playing? Since I just talked everybody's ear off in here, because, you know, byproduct of being a streamer, you like to chat. Okay, so that... Okay, well, that guy didn't help. Come here, glasses.
Excuse me.
What?
Where is
Oh,
Collect Antiques?
Titanfall.
I have some business there anyway. I was just getting ready to go.
I think that's
Thank you.
honestly, I don't care what I'm playing. I just love chatting with people. I think that's the hardest thing, and you being a content creator as well, and Cyber being a content creator, I'm sure other content creators in here as well, is talking to yourself. I think it's like the hardest thing. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, having hundreds of people make it easier, but having a good group of people to chat with about common interests, that's why, like, whenever somebody raids me that I know, I respect it a lot more because it's going to be the same type of stuff. Yeah, like, Sega is so important. And I met you because of Sega. I met Zyber because of Sega. And I'm only here because of Sega. Like, if Shenmue never came out, I probably wouldn't be here anymore. The pain would have gotten too bad, and I wouldn't exist anymore in this world. Because after my back surgery,
Okay,
all I
we're
played was
there.
Shenmue.
Thank
My
you very
dad
much.
moved a 27-inch
I'll see
TV
you
right in
later.
front of me and got me Shenmue. And that's what saved me throughout all the pain. So, it is because of Sega that I'm here.
This is Collect Antiques.
Shenmue teaches you that in the worst trial and tribulation that somebody can experience can be the moment that defines you as a human being. Shenmue 2 teaches you that it doesn't matter what you think you are in this world. It's what other people think of you. And if those people are willing to see past your pain into your future. Like, that's what I love about this.
Excuse me.
That everybody that interacts
in.
with Ryo Izuki knows that there is just something about him. There is something grand about him as a human being. And they're willing
what
to
this
overlook
means?
the fact that he does
People
have
that
vengeance
shall
in
want
his
time.
heart. How many times have you been to Japan?
Jarwan-san?
Wait, did you
Yes,
meet
it's
Yu
a code
Suzuki
which
when you
martial
were
artists
at
use to communicate with each
when you
other.
were at Sega? Did you ever get to meet him? I bet you did.
Could you tell me more?
I only heard it from Gui Shang a long time ago. That's all I know.
Guishan? You mean Guishan?
Yeah,
lives at the
Ibs got to
Yankton
meet
Apartments in
him.
the South Command
Ibs got
Quarter?
to meet. Did you
Yes,
meet
that's right.
Yuji Naka? Did you ever get to
If
meet
you want
him?
to
He's
know
in
about
jail
the
now, isn't he?
Chawang sign, ask Gui Sheng.
I understand. Thank you.
Wait, who am I asking? You also notice that that this version, the voices don't sound degraded. You got to go to use. Yeah, I still remember when Ibs brought me into a chat with you,
Excuse
and
me?
he was like, "Hey,
What?
Fox is a good friend of mine, and he wants. I forgot what
I want to go
you
to the
needed
Yantan
Corey for
apartment.
something."
Which way
And,
is it to the South Command Quarter?
I remember
Let me
that's
show
how
you
me
the
and
way.
you met, and he was like,
Follow
"Yeah, I'm
me."
about to introduce
Thank
you to
you.
Fox. He's a really great guy." You'd have no choice. I'm like, first thing, here would be my first thing. I'd be like, Fox, I want to ask the question first, and you're like, go ahead. Why didn't you let them use the Nights into Dream engine for Sonic R? Did you want Sega to fail? Like, why didn't you just let him use the Nights into Dreams version of that engine? We could have gotten no, not Sonic R, Sonic Extreme. He loves going on people's streams. I randomly call him and we chat. Like, every time he comes onto the stream, we try to convince him to tell us what Sega gave him. So he has we found out, we got some more information. He has multiple items that were given to him by Sega, and he had to sign an NDA for them. And he has never been allowed to speak about them. And we found out last week that it's multiple items. But we have no idea what you guys gave him. Zyber thinks it's a script. Like an NDA script of how Shenmue finishes. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, real quick, Yuji Naka. Tell us about Rayla. What was the personification of Rayla to you? Did you like Christmas Nights? Were you a fan of Christmas Nights? Were you the one that decided to put Santa Claus into Christmas Nights? Why did you name the guy Elliot? Oh my god, the amount of questions I'd ask.
This is one.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
He has something. Okay, so this is, and it's not a brag. Like, me and him could, like, okay, so me and him are getting matching tattoos. We're getting the Mad Angels tattoo. Because he's like, we should get best friend tattoos. And I'm like, okay. He has never told me what it is. Because he is so afraid of the Sega NDA. And you know what? I'm scared to death of it too. Oh yeah, we're getting the Mad Angels tattoos. And he was like, we were talking on the phone, he's like, crap, so you're telling me my first tattoo ever is going to be a Mad Angel tattoo? I'm like, yup. So, I don't know if you know this, I got put under a Sega NDA when I worked on Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. I did all the middleman negotiations and brokering for Liesel and Eric for the retrospectives. And you guys, I'm always going to say, because once you're a Sega employee, you're always a Sega employee. The NDA that you guys send out is fucking terrifying. Oh my god, it's a lock of Londy's hair. Yes! I read the NDA and it said that if I gave any information out about Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, that if Sega sued me and I didn't have enough money to cover the lawsuit of their damages, they would take my possessions. I was so quiet about that. Any email correspondence that got sent back to me, because I would have to upload, I would work with Eric, which was difficult, because remember, Eric's in Japan. He would send me the lines. I would go over the lines with him. We'd have a voice conference about the lines. We'd have to get the pronunciations of, like, Leon Rafal and everything. And then I would send them through a portal to Sega. And then once I got the response back from Sega, it would have confidentiality stuff for the scripts. It was terrifying, but also incredible that I got to help with that. And here's the crazy part. They were both under NDAs as well, and then they became Sega employees again, so they can get paid. So the only two people that I could talk about Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown with, besides Danny, because he was the one that got it all set up, was Eric and Liesel. And they're not gamers. So, like, I'm learning all this stuff about Ultimate Showdown, and I couldn't say shit about it to anybody. That was the most difficult time in my life. I was told about the Dragon Engine ahead of time. I was told that it was going to be the first time that AM2 was going to be working with RGG. And I'm like, this is stuff that... Yeah. Woo! Man. Exactly, yeah. So, like, you know what it's like to work there and learn shit and not be able to talk about it. But Virtua Fighter 5... But Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown... I remember the first email I got, Fox, where they're like... The first email, which was, like, the retrospective email, and they're like, this is for Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. I'm like... I like, audibly gasped. Oh, man. Oh. Ooh, we screwed up. We were supposed to go to Yantin Apartments.
Some rest at the Dahlia Wen Apartments.
Yeah, man. It was... Yeah, so it's all because of Sega. And by the way, we're playing this on the original Xbox. So for anybody that's new to the stream, first off, thank you for anybody that's stuck around. Obviously, you know I talk a lot. We're playing this on the original Xbox. My copy is the original copy that I bought but never played. We're using a Retro Tink, which was sold to me by Zyber, and we're running component cables. So it's incredible. We're playing it in basically the best possible way. Oh, man. So yeah, so her brother is a Chio Men, which I wonder if he's alive.
Sorry.
You left the door open. I wouldn't say anything to her. She would just kick me out the window.
It's okay now.
So, Zyber basically, I'm like the older brother that gets the hand-me-downs. So whenever Zyber wants to buy something new, I get the older version of it, and it's basically buying it brand new because he keeps his stuff in perfect condition. So, he bought the 5X, I got his 2X. I'm sorry, he bought the 2X, he bought the 5X, I got the 2X. Then he bought the 4K, I bought the 5X from him. You think he's dead? What if her brother is the Kabuki warrior? So Fox, I gotta ask, what was the last thing you worked on? I'm just gonna start interviewing Fox, because I don't, normally I know it's late for him, but normally he doesn't get to stay in here that often. What was the last thing you worked on at Sega?
Sure. I want to ask you something. Do you know a person called Zooming?
Zooming?
Do you know?
She does look like a cat. I get it. I get why he said it.
Keep it a secret?
Sure.
Shuing was raised at an orphanage.
No.
Yes. With her older brother.
Is Zooming
Wait a
your
minute, so
brother?
you were there for Virtua Fighter 5!
But one day, he suddenly left and no one has heard from him.
You were there for Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown!
That's all I know.
How did you find this out?
Oh man, you were there when Yu Suzuki was still there.
I was raised in the same orphanage.
Is that so?
Dude. You were definitely there during the golden time. It hasn't been the same since Ibs left. Ibs did a lot for me there. And me and him, we're very similar. So like we'll have our tiffs, but
Good morning.
it was way different when he was there.
Good morning.
Same task as yesterday.
I got Outrun
Make sure you
on
don't drop them.
I got the Xbox and then I started buying
All right.
Xbox games. I found somebody on the Amazon shop that was on Amazon that was selling for really good deals, like Xbox games. So I just started buying. I bought Panzer Dragoon Orta. I just started buying stuff. Dude, an Outrun.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, I wish he went back. I've joked about it. Things have changed so much. He was such an integral part of. He was such an integral part of Sega. The stuff he did. He got Corey his first paid gig again at Sega. Corey did the voiceover for the big Sega sale.
That's the way.
Dude. Who's doing it? Lizard Cube? I think it's Lizard Cube.
They can't take much of.
Okay, I made a mistake. I don't see you helping me. Oh, God.
Be careful, the books here are precious.
Well, we just messed that up. It's okay. We're fine. We're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
We're fine. I could still get first place. I might not get first place.
Bring the next pile.
Lizard Cube wouldn't have dropped those books. So, I'm going to tell you the most awkward thing that's happened to me on Twitter. So, I don't know if you... I think we follow each other on Twitter. So nervous. So, I posted...
Let's keep up the pace.
Thanking the creators of Streets of Rage 4. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much for this game. And then the tweet went big. And then Lizard Cube literally tweeted at me, what about us? I was like, well, this is awkward. I was like, you guys too? I literally thanked .emu, and then Lizard Cube's like, what about us? I was like, oh shit. And then I messaged Zyber, I was like, did these guys work on it? They're like, dude, Google it. Yoda, don't start. The fact that she's even barking... Really, Leia?
Bring the piles out.
Yeah, it was very, Okay, sweetheart, I get it. You're doing a good job as a protector. I appreciate you. Unfortunately, you're a corgi. I didn't know. Yeah, that happens nowadays. And Zyber warned me that the bigger you get on any platform, the more you're gonna have to get tough skin. Cause I just post what I find awesome, and Leia.
We're almost done.
So here's the worst part about Leia barking is I think Leia has selective hearing, so telling her to be quiet doesn't work.
How about some tea?
Thanks for nothing! Oh, no, don't mess this up. Ah, man, we got that, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is gonna happen, Fox. I definitely dropped, obviously, that you worked at Sega.
That's good.
It was gonna happen.
Good.
So you do have big Sega fans in here?
No, it's okay, thank you.
Hey, what's up? No, I haven't. I dropped the books twice, though.
Just one more.
Sure.
So, Fox, this is my buddy Sai. He's a newer speedrunner that I met. And he got into Shenmue because he got COVID, and now he fell in love with the game. So, yeah, he's been helping me. So, Sai, this is Fox. He's a friend of mine. He worked at Sega for a long time. Really good people.
Near my house.
You're saying that I look like a cat?
Well, no, just your eyes.
Same thing. Thanks a lot.
Hey.
Don't call a... You mean you called her a cat? No girl wants to be called a cat unless they're Hermione Granger. Yeah, you've met him before, Fox. Guys?
We're almost
Yeah,
done.
kind of like blew up Fox's spot. Fox is like, I'm just gonna raid my buddy. He's probably not gonna mention Sega at all. He's not gonna talk about how my PFP is me as Logan. He's not gonna go into any of that. And then for like the 4 or 5 people that were in here before, that from like the awesome people that you brought in, you know, working at Sega, man, that's a huge badge of honor, man. And fortunately, most of the people that hang out in here are Sega fans. So you're like a celebrity in here. Especially at the time you were there. I mean, you were there for Virtua Fighter 5.
Just a few left.
How is that just a few left? I feel like there's a lot more.
One more pile and we're done.
Jesus. Oh, finally. Okay, get to read some of the chat. Thank you, sir.
Looks like you're done.
Yes.
The temple has accumulated many books since it was founded. The books are aired out to protect...
How do I get the silver medal?
Li Shao Tao has given you time to think. Do you know what that means?
No, my ADD kicked in when Fox raided. So we just started chatting about Sega and Shenmue, and then... Yeah, I was right. I was getting ready to learn about the Chowan sign, and then botched that when I was going to the Yantin apartments.
When the flames of revenge are under control, Master Tao shall tell you about Janpazu.
Regain my calm.
Wait, what do you mean I have to regain my calm? I'm a calm person. Hold on. I gotta have some of my chipotle. I've only had like one bite of my food. And my blood sugar was low today. Mmm. Oh, I remember the Chowan sign. Fox, let me know if you do another Shenmue stream. Announce it, make it happen, and I'm sure I can. And Corey will come in. Corey will come in again.
You're doing what
We'll just
Master
bring. He
Tao
loves
instructed
talking
you.
with fans.
That is a good sign.
Yes.
Here,
What is this?
a book of moves. Use it to practice.
Wait, hold on. Is the
Thank you.
wait? So the reason why the Japanese bow like that they cup their hand over their katana to show that they mean no harm, that they're not going to draw it. Yeah, I figured you haven't done Shenmue in a while, so yeah. Yeah, I wait every day for Dez or for Corey to reach out to me and tell me that they've been reached out to by Usenet so we can get things going. I earmarked 2,500 for Shenmue 4 if it does go into Kickstarter status again. I have it ready because this time I'm going to invest more. I only did 400 last time for Shenmue 3.
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for the Yan 10 apartments.
What did you think of
Which way
Shenmue
is
3,
it to
Fox?
the South Korean quarter.
I have something to take care of over there.
My man
anyway.
came in here thinking that he was just
Alright.
going to get to watch a stream and chat with his buddy, and I turned it into an interview. That's true content creation for you. I think he's British. I swear he's British. So yeah, it might be late for him. Yeah, that too. The first time you go into the arcade and it's the Chiba fight. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I knew. He's just being overly polite at this point. He's like, it's so late. But I haven't got to talk to him in a while, so I'm happy he's stuck around for a little bit. Yeah, I love that Sega allowed the capsule machines to say Sega. And I love that the Virtua Fighter 3 European poster was in the arcade. I love that they included that. So, I have one for you. What would you call Stranger Things if it was in Britain? What would the name of the show be if it was in Britain? I made this up, and I'm very proud of it. It's a bit off, innit? A bit off, innit? Match. No, a bit off, innit? What was that movie where it's produced by Simon Pegg and it's about the aliens? He's like, it's a creation, innit? God, what's the name of that movie?
We've arrived.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Ballcap.
See you again.
I promise, I only have like 6 or 7 more questions. So what is your favorite Sega game of all time? So, that's first question. What is your favorite Sega game of all time? What is your favorite Sega system of all time? What was your proudest moment working at Sega? I'm only going to ask 3 more questions. Okay. Favorite Sega game of all time, Streets of Rage 2. Okay. Sega Genesis, Mega Drive. Okay. And what was your proudest moment working at Sega? Cool. So Streets of Rage 2, huh? Wow. I think Zyber, that's one of Zyber's favorites.
Excuse me.
Well, Streets of Rage 2.
Which way is it to the Yan 10 apartments?
I have some business to take care of over there anyway. Come with me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I wanted to ask more questions. So my 4th question is, when you worked at Sega, how many times are you in the credits of games? Oh, I found it.
These are the Yanten apartments. I wonder if Guishan is here.
You know, every time you show off those emotes, it makes me mad that you haven't done emotes for me. Like, I know that you have the skill set to do the emotes now, and I still don't see emotes.
Excuse me. Guishan?
Wait, what?
Oh,
Like 12 or
it's
something,
you.
only in one manual credits.
Hello, Guishan.
And that's Shadow.
I
They
have a
stopped putting
question.
credits into manual
Do you know what this
That's
is?
awesome.
Where did you get this?
In the library.
Oh,
at
that's
Mammo
Beyond
Temple.
Oasis.
At Mammo Temple?
Yes.
Why keep standing? Come inside.
You tried to get me to play that game, and then my ADD kicked in.
Have a seat.
I'll say this. I think the first time my mind was ever blown, Fox,
Do you know
in
what this
regards to
piece of paper
Sega
is?
stuff, was in
The
'93
Chowan sign.
when I went to Blockbuster Golfing
A
Games,
secret
and they had
code
just gotten in
used
the
among
first,
masters of the same school. This
no,
is the
at
Chowan
GameWorks
sign.
when they had in '93 when they had first gotten in
These
Virtua
characters are
Fighter
written in a letter
1,
to my father.
and it was the big cab.
Heaven
with the
stands
silver
for
trim.
time, Earth for place.
And I saw that, and I was just
Time and place.
in shock.
And Dragon and Comrade are?
Comrade is person. Dragon means
Let me see.
action.
Are we dropping frames?
Why
Who
are these
knows?
words here?
OBS hates me. Let me
The
look.
cup's positions correspond to the letters.
Oh yeah, we're dropping frames.
Start from the left cup and move from heaven to comrade.
Oh, it's definitely not you. It's me. I don't know why. Hold on. It should catch up in a sec. Or it might disconnect. Oh, it
What
just
about this?
disconnected.
Probably a sign showing that he's Yuanda Zoo's friend.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
A friend of Youngda Zoo.
It just DC'd us.
First, memorize the positions.
Okay.
Place them and wait at places where people gather. If a friend of Yuanda Zo sees it, he'll give you a sign. Now, try it exactly the way I showed
One
you.
sec. We'll see if I can fix it.
Start moving the left cup. Did you forget? Put it back. Now move it to the top. Good. Now take the second cup from the right. Yes, move it to the bottom. And then you wait.
One sec, guys.